So dear student, today we are going to attend the class about the common emitter configuration. As the previous class you have heard about the transistor have three connection. Number one is common base, number two is common emitter, and number three is common collector. So in the previous class we have covered the common base configuration, how it is configured and its input and output characteristics. Today we are going to see about the common emitter configuration and common collector. So let's see. This is the common emitter configuration. Here input signal is applied between base and emitter, and output is taken from just the collector and emitter. You can see from the circuit diagram that this is the transistor, this is the base, emitter and current. It's an PNP transistor. Similarly it's an NPN transistor where it is base, this collector, and this emitter. So input signal is given between base and emitter junction, and output is taken from collector to emitter junction. So emitter is common for the both of the case, that's why it is called common emitter configuration or common emitter connection. As similar with the previous connection, that base emitter junction is in forward bias and collector emitter junction is in reverse bias connection. Next parameter, that is named base current amplification factor, which is denoted as beta. For the case of common emitter connection, we called the base current amplification factor beta, and for common base we know that it was an alpha. So in common emitter connection, the input current is IB and output current is IC. You can see that input current is IB and output current is IC. So we can write the definition of base current amplification factor is that the ratio of the collector current and the base current is known as base current amplification factor. That means beta equal to IC by IB. And here is the simple relation between beta and alpha. That means base current amplification factor and current amplification factor. So just from the previous slide we know that beta, base current amplification factor, is equal to the output current, output collector current, and input base current ratio. And we know from common base configuration alpha is the output ratio between output collector current and input emitter current. And from the general transistor action we know that emitter current I equal to base current IB plus IC. Just similarly from this equation it can be written that IB equal to I minus IC. Now substitute the value of IB, that means the value of IB equal to I minus IC, place in this equation, equation number 1, we can get this kind of result. That means beta equal to IC by I minus IC. Then dividing both the numerator and denominator of this fraction, that means this is a fraction, upper part is numerator and lower part is denominator. So divide both numerator and denominator by IE, we get IC divided by IE divided by IE minus IC divided by IE. So we know that IC by IE is equal to alpha, so we can write IC by IE equal to alpha, and this is 1 minus alpha. So finally we got that beta equal to alpha divided by 1 minus alpha. This is the relation between alpha and beta. Next section is that expression for collector current. That means for common emitter configuration, output signal is collected from the collector side or based on collector current. We can say that in common emitter circuit, IB is the input current and IC is the output current as usual. So we can say that I equal to IB plus IC. This part is derived from actually common base configuration. Up to this, IC equal to alpha divided by 1 minus alpha IB into ICBO. Up to equation 3, it is derived from common base configuration. So now we start just after equation 3 for common emitter configuration. We know that IB is the input current and IC is the output current for common emitter configuration. So if we put that IB equal to 0, that means assume that IB equal to 0, so this part will be 0. This part will be 0, and when IB will be 0, if you consider that there is no signal is given here, that means this part is open, that time IB will be 0. So if the IB will be 0, then this part will be 0. So then we can see that ICEO equal to only this part, 1 by 1 minus alpha ICBO. And what is ICEO? ICEO mean collector emitter current when base is open. You can find here ICEO means collector emitter current when base is open. So finally we can say ICEO equal to 1 by 1 minus alpha ICBO. Now replace this part in equation 3 with ICEO. We can say that IC equal to alpha divided by 1 minus alpha IB plus ICEO. And we found from the previous slide that beta equal to alpha divided by 1 minus alpha. We can write here it will be beta. So finally the expression for the collector current is IC equal to beta IB plus ICEO. This is the expression for collector current for common emitter configuration. Next come to the characteristics. As similar of common base configuration, common emitter configuration also have two characteristics. Number one is input and number two is output characteristics. From theoretical class, the above class, so the previous class, we told about input characteristics. It is a graph between input current, input voltage with respect to output voltage. For common emitter configuration, input current is the base current, input voltage is the base emitter voltage, and output voltage is the collector emitter voltage. So this is a graph relation between IB, input current, input voltage, base emitter voltage with respect to output voltage, collector emitter voltage. This input characteristics has only 2 points. Number one, the characteristics resemble that of a forward based diode curve. In a nutshell, we can say that this graph is similar or looks like the forward bias junction graph. That means we can say that base emitter junction of a transistor, it is in forward biased. This is the number one point. So number two, as compared to CB, that means common base arrangement, IB is increased less rapidly with VBE. That means the input resistance of C circuit is higher than that of a CB circuit, which means in common base configuration, when we change VBE, the value of IB increase very rapidly, but compared to the common base, in common emitter configuration it will change less rapidly, not very sharply. That's why we can say that in common emitter configuration, input side is high resistivity than common base. Next is the output characteristics. As we know that output characteristics is a relation between output current, output voltage with respect to input current. So IC is the output current, collector emitter voltage is the output voltage, and input current is the IB. So relation of IC VCE with respect to IB. So this output characteristics has 3 points. We can say that first point is that the collector current IC varies with VCE only for VCE between 0 and 1 volt only. So if you draw a line according here, you can find that the IC, that means this collector current IC, is changed when we increase the VC. Both current and voltage start from the zero. As we are increasing the voltage, the current is also increasing, and when it comes to up to 2 volt or 1 volt, then it become constant. So this variation and change is only for before 1 voltage or 2 voltage, and after this 1 voltage or 2 voltage, the current is almost flat. That means it has no relation with VCE. Sorry, it has only relation with VC with IC before 1 volt, and after 1 volt there is no relation, IC become flat. That voltage is called knee voltage. That means V knee. That voltage is called V knee or knee voltage. This is the number 1 point. And number 2 is that above the knee voltage, that means after 1 voltage, the IC is almost constant. You can see here the IC is almost flat. This is the number 2. Third point is that for any value of VCE, that means for any kind of value 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, any kind of voltage, condition is that above knee voltage, VCE value must be above 1 volt or 2 volt. The collector current IC is approximately equal to beta into IB. For example, we can find the beta is IC by IB. There is 1 milliampere and IB is the 5 milliampere. So you can find out the value of beta is almost for example 200. So beta is 200. So according to the third equation, it is said that after knee voltage, the value of IC is exactly equivalent to the beta multiplied by IB. That means here we found that beta value is 200. So in order to find out in this point IB is 10. If we multiply 10 micro with 200, we find that the value will be 2 milliampere. Similarly, in this point, if the IB is 15, if we multiply 15 micro with 200, we found that it will be 3 milliampere. So exactly we can say that the value of IC at any point is equal to base current multiplied by beta. So this is the output characteristics of common emitter configuration. Next is common collector configuration. So you can see here that input is applied between base and collector, while output is taken between the emitter and collector. So this is the emitter, base, emitter and collector. The input signal is given between base and emitter, base and collector, and output is taken from emitter to collector. So collector is common for both of the circuit diagram. Here, considering common collector configuration, the current amplification factor is denoted as gamma. As we know that for common base, the current amplification factor is alpha. For common emitter, the base current amplification factor is beta, and for common collector, the current amplification factor is gamma. So from the previous slide, we can say that the input current is the base current and output current is the emitter current. So we can say that the definition is common amplification factor gamma is the ratio of change of emitter current, that means output current, and base current is the input current. So we can say that gamma equal to output emitter current divided by input base current. And what is the relation between gamma and alpha? Gamma equal to, we know, I by IB, and alpha equal to IC by IE. As we know, I equal to IB plus IC. Similarly, IB equal to I by I minus IC. Now substitute the value of IB in the equation 1. We can write that IE divided by I minus IC. Then similarly, Dividing the both numerator and denominator by IE, we found that 1 divided by 1 minus alpha. So this is the relation between alpha and gamma. The last topic is that the comparison of transistor connections. That means we learned about 3 connections, that means common emitter, common base, common collector. Considering this is the characteristics point, that means input resistance, output resistance, voltage gain, application and current gain. This is the parameters. And what is the impact for common base, for common emitter and for common collector? From this table we can see that input resistance for common base is very low, 100 ohm. Common emitter is low, but comparatively for common base it is higher, and common collector is very much high. Output resistance for common base is very high, common emitter is high, and common collector is low. Voltage gain is about 150. That means if we give input 1 voltage, we will get output 150 volt. That means it will multiply 150 times. For common emitter it almost 500, but common collector it is less than 1. If we see the application, we can use the common base in the for high frequency amplification. In common emitter we use in for audio frequency amplification, and common collector is for impedance matching. These are the application area. And current gain, there is no current gain, because we know that alpha practical range is, alpha has a practical range of 0.9 to 0.99, that means less than 1. That's why there is no current gain. And for common emitter we know that the value, practical value of beta is up to 200, so that is very high. And for common collector it is appreciable, that means 1 to 5, this is the value. So I think this is the end of our lecture. Hope you will got a clear idea from this lecture. If you find any kind of problem, then comment your exact problem that you cannot understand this topic. Please comment it and I will reply very soon. Thank you very much.